Hey guys, it's Sam, and this is the first of this year's Booktube SFF Babbles, which are talking about all things SFF, which is science fiction and fantasy related, throughout the next couple of months while we're doing all of the read-alongs for the nominees and everything. If you guys missed my video talking about the Booktube SFF Awards, I will link that on the screen for you to check out. And yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of SFF talk in the next couple of months because that's all I'm doing for the next couple of months. So this week's topic is talking all about nominations, our nominations, what we think should be nominated, because the polls close on February 14th, so I will link the nomination form down below if you guys haven't already nominated. You don't need to nominate every category or anything. I certainly didn't, which I'll talk about in a second, and it just has to be stuff from the 2016 year, so don't nominate anything that's before that. That doesn't count. But the books from the last year that came out that you think are really good in science fiction and fantasy, it covers young adult, middle grade, adult, and graphic work and short fiction. So I'll talk about my nominees and what I think should be on the list now. So something that I very much want to remedy is that I have not read a lot of recent adult short fiction or even really graphic work in the SFF genre. I've been reading a lot of backlist stuff, so it's very sad because a lot of my favorites in the science fiction and fantasy genre are all older stuff, and so I feel like I don't have a lot of nominees this year because it's all older stuff. Like, I don't have anything in the adult genre, which sucks because I feel like that's some of my favorite stuff from past years, but I'm still catching up on a lot of the, like, SFF canon, I guess you could say, or a lot of the more popular stuff even on Booktube. So I'm behind on that, so I had no nominees for the adult category, but I'm really excited for some of the nominees that we might get to see because I'll obviously be reading those and catching up on that, and I want to do better this year with that and new releases, although I'm in a backlist right now of like any genre, but specifically fantasy and science fiction. I'm in a backlist. So yeah, I'll be reading a lot of newer stuff when it gets nominated. No big deal. So the genre I can talk about is the young adult genre and a couple of things that I nominated, which you'll probably be able to know anyway. So I'm going to talk about some of the things that I nominated, which are going to be obvious, and also some things I wouldn't mind seeing, maybe if you're like, oh, I don't know what to nominate, and I'll remind you of things that are really good that you might want to nominate. So obviously, Crooked Kingdom by Limecrime deserves a slot, obviously. This book keeps getting robbed in a bunch of other awards, not necessarily like literary awards, but like the Goodreads Award and stuff like that. It's getting robbed, so vote for this, because it's wonderful and beautiful, and you guys know how I feel about this series and everything that Limecrime does. So this is obviously one of my picks. I don't need to talk about it anymore. You guys know. My other pick was predictably Truth Witch by Susan Denner, which I've talked about a ton lately, and if you guys haven't been convinced by now to read it, I don't know what I need to do, because I've been talking about this non-stop, and I know a lot of you have picked it up because I've been talking about it. Just go read it. It's so wonderful. Just read it. It's so good. Another one I wouldn't mind seeing on the list is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. I almost put this one instead of Truth Witch, but then I was like, who are you kidding? But if I could have voted for 3, I would have voted for This Savage Song. Definitely. I think it definitely deserves a spot on the list of nominees. It's real good. And the second book is coming out this year in the duology, so I definitely recommend. And it's just, it's really relevant right now. Like, people's crimes manifest monsters, physical monsters that will then like basically kill and eat people, so it's real good. So those are my top 3 nominees that I wouldn't mind seeing from the YA category. Then we had the middle grade genre, and I'm also really bad about middle grade books. I don't read a lot of them. They're not what I reach for. I'm not up on the times as far as what's getting released. I know nothing about middle grade, so the other judges will be able to fill you in on that a little bit more, a few of them more than others because a few of them are more specialized in middle grade. I am not. But again, I'm looking forward to reading the nominees. I'm gonna get better, guys. I'm gonna get better. There's just certain things I tend to reach for, you know? And it tends to be older adult SFF and newer young adult SFF. I gotta stir up the pot a little bit. A little different. This is the year. Booktube SFF Awards are gonna make me do it. Then we have graphic work, and I only have one for this because this is all that's needed. It's monstrous. It's monstrous. Like, it's so good. In case you haven't realized, I'm gonna actually show you some of the art in here because it should honestly just win for art alone, but like, and then the story's so good, like, oh my god. So this was a cover from one of them, obviously, one of the issues. Do you see this? Does it not speak to you on like a deep emotional level? Oh, it's so good! Oh my god. It's just, oh my god. I mean, not only is this art breathtaking, but the story is amazing, and it's just the first volume. Like, I can't wait to just immerse myself in this series forever. I do plan on rereading this because I'm sure this is going to get nominated because I've heard a lot of people talking about this. So I'm pretty sure this is going to make the shortlist for sure. And I'm so excited to reread this. And I just read it in December, but I want to reread it again. It's so good. So yeah, that was my only nominee for graphic work. I would have probably nominated The Wicked and Divine Volume 4, but I hadn't read it yet because Volume 3 wasn't good. But I heard Volume 4 is way better, and I think that came out last year. And then we have short work, and again, I don't read a lot of short work. I actually read a few short works last year, but none of them made 5 stars or like high ratings for me, so I wasn't able to nominate anything there. But there are definitely a lot of recommendations in the nominations thread on the Goodreads group, which I will link down below, so I recommend you guys check that out, because there's a lot of different short works that you can definitely check out quickly and see like, oh, this is definitely worthy of something. So another thing that I'm really looking forward to diving into. So really, the Booktube SFF Awards are going to make me read things that I've been meaning to read, but just haven't read yet, because I'm reading backlists and not newer stuff in a lot of these categories, so I'm very excited for the nominees to roll in. Comment down below and let me know what you nominated, what you plan on nominating. If you've nominated already, please go do so. It's free, takes 2 seconds. You don't have to sign up with anything crazy. You can just, you know, it's a Google Doc, so you can just fill it out and let us know what you think should win, and I highly recommend that you do. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!